Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for your interest that you have shown in the Elements synthesizer that I'm doing. Yeah, 84 HP modules. This is some real estate for the Eurorack people, but it's not necessarily aimed at Eurorack people. I've always wanted to make large-sized modules. I remember my friend Mike Brown and myself talking about making modules that have no constraint on size and have all the features that you could want in a nice synthesizer with large controls. And I've picked on the sort of British theme for this. There were two synths that I've always liked. One was the EMS Synthy that I used to have, and the other one that never really kind of went anywhere, and that was the Deutron synthesizer. The Deutron synthesizer I first saw in Practical Electronics magazine, and it had the same sort of Seiki, Nimi Seiki vernier dials on it, and the cliff knobs too. So what I've made here with Elements 1 that I'm going to show is a synthesizer, an 84 HP, feels, looks, plays like the old stuff. So without me going on too much, let's turn the lights down and let's get started. Well, what we've got here is a bit of white noise happening there through the filter, but what I'm going to do is turn it down like so and bring in oscillator 1, which is playing pretty slow. I'm using this touch keyboard prototype, which will be Element 3. The tactile interface, we need this. And just listen to this thing. It's playing a sawtooth, my spike waveform, which is like a sawtooth waveform, but with quite a spike on it. Probably not so much noticeable on the sawtooth or square light waveforms, but the softer waveforms, you can introduce this into it to give a harmonic. Anyway, let's carry on. I'm going to play the key a wee bit. And I'm also going to move the pitch a bit. I'm using a function generator, like what I've used before with, say, the Micromac demos. It's like a fancy low frequency oscillator. And I've got a triangular waveform moving the filter cutoff frequency. And if you've seen my other videos that I put up about the diode ladder filter that I was working on, I wanted a particular sound when it hit the very edge of resonance. One of the interesting, I'll just move some key again. trippy, very spacey, and very acidic. I'm a sort of Emerson, Lake and Palmer like guy. Hey, maybe a bit of Pink Floyd thrown in. The old school stuff. But I know the modern techno guys, if that's still modern, love this acidic sound. So Elements 1 has 2 oscillators. You're hearing one of them just now, oscillator 1, which has 4 waveforms, sawtooth, square, triangular waveform, which I've got at triangle without using the what I call the spike, which is a glitch that can be adjusted at the back, and you get the sine wave there as well. Let's go back to the saw. I'm going to bring up oscillator 2. Just now it will perform itself as an audio oscillator. It has octave switching. One of the guys on Facebook, Dan, asked me if we can have octave switching. So there's your octave switching. And it gets mean and fat. Now, as I say, what we have here is a function generator performing a triangle slow modulation of the filter. There is no CV happening as yet, but if I put on the half CV now, it's quite nice. I'm going to bring this oscillator to an octave below oscillator 1. There's no envelope happening here, by the way. So it's triangular sweep and now some CV. Now, one of the things that they talk about, or some people talk about, is using glide or portamento, as I've called it on this device. It's nuts. Just taking off the response there. I'm going to take out oscillator 2 again. I'm loving the bass on it. One of the things I did on, maybe you saw some of the demos of this actual filter, was giving it a constant volume. So what we have here, look, hitting oscillation, but as I retract back to no resonance, it's still the same volume. Very much looking forward to doing Elements 2, the tactile interface. Oh, sorry, Elements 3, I'm sorry. This is one of the tape delay simulators. It is, again, quite mad. can't show everything on this synth in a small demo, but hopefully it's giving you some idea. Of what it sounds like. This thing is coming out in January. Well, production happens in January. I would assume that you could probably buy it round about February, late February. And that's that. This is demo 1 of Elements 1. Done! Thank you for watching. Good night.